Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. Today we are diving into something we have all seen around the internet, Pixar's 22 rules of storytelling. They're everywhere because they work. But here's the thing, how can we adapt these legendary storytelling rules specifically for branded content and commercials? Rule number one, character over success. Pixar teaches us that you admire a character more for trying than for succeeding. The struggle is what makes them relatable. Nike focuses on the struggle, the early morning runs, the setbacks, the push to keep going. The product is there to support that journey, but it's the customer's challenge that grabs our attention. Your brand story should focus on the effort and challenges of your customer, not just the solution your product provides. Rule number two, audience comes first. Pixar says that what's interesting to you as a writer may not be interesting to the audience. Empathy is the key. Step into your audience shoes. Look at Apple shot on iPhone campaign. They don't talk about megapixels or hardware. Instead, they share incredible real life photos and videos captured by users. Apple stepped into the mindset of the audience knowing that people care more about what they can create than the tech behind it. This is a perfect example of how your content should be about what excites and interests your audience, not just what you think is cool to make. Rule number three, embrace the rewrite. Great stories evolve. Don't fall in love with the first draft. Pixar reminds us that stories are often shaped through rewrites. Think of Coca-Cola's Share a Coke campaign. The original concept was simply putting names on bottles, but as the campaign progressed, it grew into a global sensation with personalized experiences, stories, and user-generated contents. Right? This evolution happened because they weren't afraid to revise and refine the idea. Apply this to branded content. Always leave room for revisions and listen to feedback to let your story grow. Rule number four, keep it simple. Pixar tells us that stories don't need to be complicated always. Stick to classic structures like once upon a time because our brains are wired for simplicity. Google's Parisian Love ad is a great example. It's a simple story told through Google searches. A person falls in love while living in Paris. The simplicity is what makes so effective. There is no need to reinvent the wheel in branded content. Keep it straightforward, relatable, and focused. Get to the point. Clarity over chaos. The digital world is full of distractions. So make sure your story is focused and cuts through the noise. Spotify's Wrapped campaign is a masterclass in getting into the point. Each user uses their most played songs, albums, and artist of the year, turning data into something personal and shareable. There is no fluff, it's just clear, engaging content. Your branded content should similarly get to the heart of the message without wasting time. Point number 6, introduce conflict. Every good story needs conflict, an enemy or a challenge the character has to overcome. Under Armour's Under Armour's I Will What I Want campaign. Campaign featuring ballerina Misty Copeland is a perfect example of this. This ad showcases her battle against rejection and stereotypes before she triumphs. Your brand story should highlight the customer's challenge or the obstacles and show how your product and service help them overcome it. Rule number 7. Know your ending. Start with the solution in mind. Pixar emphasizes the importance of figuring out your ending before you even worry about the middle. In Michelin's safety-focused ads, the story always ends with a reassurance of family safety. Because of their tires, the message is crystal clear from the start. Michelin provides the solution, and that's where the story ends. Your ad should also ensure the audience knows exactly how your product or service is the answer by the end of the story. Rule number 8. Perfection isn't the goal. Done is better than perfect. Waiting for the perfect story might cost you valuable time. This is a lesson for me as well. Remember Oreo's famous dunk in the dark tweet during the Super Bowl blackout? It wasn't a perfectly polished campaign, but it was timely and relevant, and that's what made it go viral. Sometimes speed and context matter more than a polished execution. Get your content out there. Rule number 9. Surprise with possibility. Explore the what ifs in your story. People love an unexpected twist always. Netflix interactive Black Mirror. Bandersnatch. Hope you all seen it. Film allowed viewers to choose their own path, right? Creating a unique experience every time. This kind of twist and surprise can elevate branded content. Think about what your brand could offer that's unexpected yet engaging. Learn from others. Inspiration is everywhere. Pixar's advice is to pull apart the stories you like and figure out what makes them work. Red Bull's extreme sports content isn't just about the drink, it's about the lifestyle. Their videos are highly engaging even if you are not in extreme sports. Look at what other brands are doing, even if they are outside your industry, and see how they are telling their stories. Get it out there. Always be gathering, sharing stories. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Just start. GoPro is great at this. They continuously share user-generated content, allowing them to test and refine what resonates with their audience. Always keep your story gathering engine running, even if you're not actively producing content at the moment. Rule number 12. Challenge yourself. Avoid the obvious. Pixar suggests discarding the first few ideas that come into your mind. Old Spice example. Old Spice quirky, humorous commercial didn't stick to the predictable formula of men's deodorant ads. They took a risk, and it paid off with a unique brand voice. Challenge yourself to go beyond the obvious and find something surprising for your brand story. Pixar's storytelling rules aren't just movies. They can be adapted to branded content and commercials to create more engaging, memorable stories, from focusing on your customer journey to getting your content out there fast. These principles can transform how you tell your brand story. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more tips on mastering the art of storytelling on branded content. We are having a part 2 on this because we couldn't complete 22 rules in one video. And until next time, keep creating stories that leave a lasting impact.